Great. Hello, trombone players. Today we are going to review our slide positions for the first 6 notes. We've done 5 in class. We're going to go to 6 today, making sure that we know all of our notes. We're going to do a long tone practice exercise, 8 beats per note, 8 beats rest. We've talked a little bit about this, and we are going to use our Fancy Tradition of Excellence book. So you do need this in front of you today. Have a pencil to be able to mark it up and make notes. First page you're going to open to has the trombone position charts. It's not called a fingering chart like most instruments because we don't use our fingers to play our notes. We use our slide. And this is the hardest part about adjusting to trombone, is using your ear and making sure that you are at the right slide position. So we need to know all of these slide positions except for position 7 right now. We're not going to be using 7. Position 1, as you can see right here at the top of the drawing, let me get my pencil, just has, eraser, there we go, just has it's all the way in. This is our first position. That's our first position. Our second position has a little bit more distance in there, right? You can see that if I zoom in super hard. That, I like to say, is about 2.5 to 3 centimeters out from the bell. Sounds like. Third position is right out. You can see where your right hand goes right there at the bell. And then fourth position, your hand is a little further out and you can see where your bell ends, or where your slide ends, is right at the bell. Sounds like. Fifth position, can't scroll with that, is out even further. Sounds like. Or octave up at this point. Sixth position is even further out. It's where our C lives. Match that pitch. And then lastly, seventh position is out almost as far as you can reach before the slide comes off. That is only used to play B natural. So we will not worry about slide position 7 for a very long time. If we look at the rest of the fingering chart, you can see what position each note is in. So we know our very first note is B flat. Up there, second from the top on the right, third one in. That is first position. You know it's all the way in. Our second note is C natural, which is in 6th position. Then D, which is in 4th position. And then E flat right over here. I need to zoom into this so I can actually reach it. And circle it, right? And then F, which is in 1st position. When it says or, ignore the second one for now. We won't talk about those until like 7th or 8th grade. And then we're going to add on a G today, which is in 4th position. So I'm going to give you each of these notes, starting with our B flat. Here it is, match this pitch. First position all the way in. Remember, loosen up your lips. If you're hitting this, or this, your lips are too tight, your jaw is too tight, loosen it all up, and just go. That's your first note. 6th position is C. Match this pitch. If you're a little high, move your slide down. If you're a little low, move your slide up. That's it. 4th position, D. 3rd position at the bell is E flat. F is all the way up in 1st position. Now notice it's in the same position as your low B flat, but it's up here, it's an F. So when I play higher notes, I pull my jaw in. All right, pull your jaw in a little bit more, put your front lip a little bit more forward, and you'll get that higher note instead of, right? Go for that higher note by pulling in your jaw and moving your upper lip a little bit forward. Then we're going to go back out to fourth position, which is G. Again, same position as D, but tighten your lips up, push your front lip over, pull your jaw back, and you'll hit that high G. Those are all 6 of the notes we're going to be working with today. What I would like you to do is pull up a metronome. You can Google metronome, you can have a metronome app, set it to 80 beats per minute, and we're going to play 8 beats of each of these notes. So I'm going to play 8 beats of B flat, and then rest for 8 beats, 8 beats of C. I'll remind you what positions they are in. Watch my slide as well. 1, 2, ready. Out to 6th position for C. Fourth position for D. Third position, right at the bell for E flat. 5, 6, 7. Up to F in first position. Out to G in fourth position, it's our last note. And that's it. There are your first 6 notes to get comfortable with. B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G. Now, flip back to your book. Then go to page 8, I believe. Yes, page 8. So, I'm going to rotate this sideways so we can all see it a little bit better. We're going to look at numbers 17, 18, 19, and 20 today. And I'm going to give you a way to learn them pretty easily. Now, you've done some notation reading with Miss Megan in class. I'm going to zoom in and remind you that we are not in treble clef. We are in bass clef, right? Which means our lines spell different things. So normally the lines spell E, G, B, D, F. Every good burger deserves fries. But in bass clef they do not. The very bottom line in bass clef is G. Right? G, the second line is B, then it goes D, zoom out a little bit, F, and A. Now, I learned this, good boys deserve fudge always. Miss Megan would say, good burgers deserve fries always. Whatever's going to help you memorize this. It's almost the same as the treble clef. If we added one more line down here and pretended it was a line and wrote E, it would be E, G, B, D, F, and then an extra line with A. But we do not have that extra line. So we're going to look at our very first note here. Going to trace it back to the line it originated from, and now we know it's an F. We're going to do the same thing for the second note. Trace it back to the beginning. We know it's a D. Those are our first 2 notes. We can use them to help us figure out the rest. This looks like the similar note, right? So we know this is an F2, and this is an F2, and this note looks like this note. So that one's a D. And then we keep going. We have F, F, D, and then we go 1 up from D in the alphabet, right? A, B, C, D, E, flat, because it has a flat symbol, right? You see that? It is an E flat, and then we go 1 up from E flat to F again. F, D, F, D, F, rest, D, rest. F, F, D, E flat again, and then rest, F, D. There are all the notes in your piece. It is okay to write the note names above the notes right now. It is something as you get more and more fluent at, you won't need to write the note names above the notes when you get better at reading. But this is a good way to help you at the beginning, is to write it all out. Now we also need to talk about the rhythm, right? You know how to count rhythm. We are just going to jump right into this. It is all tas and ta-ahs. So 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, ah, ta, ah, ta, 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 ah, ta, 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 ah, ta, 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 rest, ta, rest, ta, 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 rest, ta, ta, right? So now that we have the rhythm and the note names down, pause me, rewind me, do the rhythm until you're right, and then watch me play it once, and then join me. It might also help you as a trombone player, actually, to write your positions below it. So, knowing the notes, I know F is in first position, D is in fourth position. First, first, fourth, first, first, fourth, third, first, first, fourth. Go through and write them. If that helps you, it would have helped me at the beginning. 1, I'm going to play it. Watch me do it once and then join me. 1, 2, ready, go. That's it. Now notice when I'm moving my slide, I am not wasting any time. Going between F and D, I'm moving my slide quickly and stopping my tongue, or stopping the air with my tongue as I move my slide. If I don't stop my air when I move my slide, I'm not articulating the notes. So it has to be ta, 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 and you have to line that up with your slide moving. If you don't, you're going to hit notes in between. So that's going to take some practice. It's the hardest thing about coordinating a trombone, is making sure your tonguing happens at the same time as you move your slide. So your homework is to do the same analysis process on this, on In a Minor Mood, Hot Cross Buns, and Go Tell Aunt Rhody. Write the names, write the slide positions. Sometimes they even give you the name of a note, like that C right there. You know that's a C, so you can just count from that C backwards. Now, I'm going to tell you on Google Classroom which one of these I would like recorded. It's probably not going to be Rain Rain because we just did that together. But I am going to play In a Minor Mood, Hot Cross Buns, and Go Tell Aunt Rhody, so you have a exemplar to work with. You know how it's supposed to sound. One thing I also need to point out before we move on that I forgot to was these little fancy commas. Come back. These are breath marks. They feature in every single one of these pieces. They are the only place you are allowed to breathe. You can breathe during rests, sure, right? Quarter rests, half rests, wherever, but you cannot breathe when there are two notes right next to each other. It disrupts the musical sentence, the phrase. Like, it would be awkward if I breathed in the middle of a sentence. It wouldn't make sense. So the same thing with music, only breathe when there are breath marks or rests. Right? Here's In a Minor Mood. 1, 2, ready. correspondence, you've played this already, but here's a reminder. 1, 2, ready. And lastly, go talent roadie. 1, 2, ready. And that's it. So those are the 4 pieces I would like you to work on this week. Work on your 6-note scale, 8 beats per note, 8 beats rest in between. These 4 pieces, I will tell you on the Google Classroom which one of these pieces I would like you to record, but I would like you to practice all 4. Email me if you have any questions. I'll be on Gmail, Google Hangouts. Let me know. Otherwise, I'll talk to you next time we Zoom.